This is the DJI Osmo 360. It is DJI's first ever 360 camera. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back with another video with DJI. I am super stoked and excited to try their brand new 360 camera. This thing is awesome in so many levels, and it takes 360 footage to a whole new level. DJI has already completely demolished the action camera market, and now they're coming for the 360 market, and they're coming with this firestorm. This thing is an absolute powerhouse, and I can't wait to take her on a ride, show you guys the specs, and talk a little bit about it, and as well show you guys brand new POVs that you guys haven't seen on this channel on my beautiful M1000RR, and capture the ride with the Osmo 360. But before we do that, I'd like to show you guys how I set up my moto vlogging setup and how you can do that with the Osmo 360 as well, because there's so much to talk about. So for now, let's just get started with the setup and then hop on my M1000RR, take her for a spin, and not only tell you guys but show you guys what this 360 camera is capable of. Let's talk first about my moto vlog helmet setup. I'm using an AGV Pista RR as my helmet of preferred choice. We have on it a chin mount, which is what mounts your rig to your helmet. Usually it's double-sided tape. I chose to super glue it onto mine instead of using the double-sided tape because this is permanent and I don't want it to go anywhere. Different arms connecting the magnetic mount to the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Beautiful thing, one of the main things I noticed right away, that not only the batteries are actually interchangeable. So if you have one of the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pros and you have a ton of batteries, believe it or not, they're interchangeable, and you can use all of them for your Osmo 360. Not only that part is interchangeable, but also the magnetic mount itself. You can simply detach your action camera, and then with the same magnetic mount, you can just attach your 360 camera, and just like that, you're set and ready to go. Almost, because the mic is disconnected. And let's talk about that. I am currently running the DJI Lav mic, which is also connected all the way on the inside. Yes, these cameras are capable of connecting to both DJI wireless mics, so if you'd like that option, you can opt for it. Unfortunately, this helmet is a race helmet, so even with the mic mini, it gets a little tight on the inside to tuck it behind the cheek, but you could use the mic minis and you could make that work. Personally, I like the Lav mics, and the DJI Lav mic is absolutely amazing, and I have it tucked right here behind this cheek pad, and then wired all the way here with this universal adapter that plugs in right here, and that's how I capture my audio. This Osmo 360 could be used multitask camera that does it all. This camera is actually not as heavy as it looks like. It's the lightest 360 camera on the market right now, as well as the camera that captures the best quality. On top of all of that, the longest battery life. So when it comes to stats, this thing is simply unmatched. And now let's take her out for a spin. I'm actually gonna vlog completely for the first time with this mounted, as you guys can see it right here, because this camera is capable of shooting with a single lens or dual lens. We can film in 8K 50 frames per second when we're using a dual lens system. But also we can click right here, go to single lens, and I have my motorcycle setup preset of all the settings that I run, and I'm currently shooting in 4K 60 frames per second. As you guys can see, you have audio level up here that tells me that the mic is connected and that it is recording with the lav mic. So now let's take this thing out, ride, and film motovlog with this for the first time to use it instead of the action camera. And then later on we're going to switch to the Action 5, and then we're going to mount this right here on this pole that I set up. And there's millions of methods and shots that you can set up. I would like to get that video game third person POV, so later on we're going to switch to this view right here, where we're going to set up the 360 camera right here, as well as recording with the Action 5 Pro from the helmet like we normally do. But just to show you the versatility of this camera and to show that this is a camera that can do it all. And now that you guys have seen my setup and the plan, let's take her out, start the ride, and show you guys how good this camera is. Forgot to switch her to the single lens mode, so now we are recording as if we are recording with my Action 5 Pro, but with the Osmo 360 instead. Based on feeling, it doesn't feel that much heavier. When need to make a quick little pit stop and get some fuel. But look at that, we're riding in the streets of LA with a new Osmo 360. And let me tell you about this thing, and let me tell you about it. This camera, finally, a camera that has a full, true, native 1-inch sensor. This camera is capable, like I said in the start, of 8K 50 frames per second. You can see the difference in depth and the quality, even if you're looking at it in 4K. Beautiful day, beautiful weather, people are out and riding. Like I was saying, we're shooting with a single lens mode, so we are still shooting like my standard, because I want to compare this to the Action 5. So we're shooting at 4K 60. We are not, the settings are almost just, I want to call it stock settings, because that's my motor brain. Give me that 91. Oh, she was thirsty. 3 full gallons. It's a nice thing about BMW. They tell you when they need gas, unlike most bikes, even though it's 2025. Let's say you are someone that wants to make content for Instagram, vertical content. You want to make content for YouTube, you know, same thing like what I'm doing, moto vlogging. You want to get third-person shots. You want to get different cinematic shots. Like, you see this right here? I can mount a setup just like this, mount it here, and I can angle the camera right here, and that way I'm going to get an exhaust, tire, you know, there's so many ideas. You can mount this, maybe not on this clip-on directly, but I could mount it right here, you know, in the stem nut, and that way I can film not only the front but myself 360 footage, and that way I'm literally recording everything at all times. For those of you guys, nice. Respect, you know, when you see different vehicles, you're like, hey. There's so many ways you can get creative and mount a 360 camera, and that's the cool thing about them. Back then, I feel like the quality wasn't it with all the 360 cameras, and that's why DJI came in and they were like, bam! First camera they released, that's a 360 camera, and it's already absolutely insane and amazing. And my friend over there is actually a videographer, and that is why he is with me right now, because he loves the 360 cameras. So we can mount this camera actually later on this ride on the way back after the first and second phase. We're gonna mount it on his helmet so he can capture me in third person too. Good to go? Good to go. So yeah, it just, he just set off that alarm. He saw the bike and he was admiring. The beautiful thing about this camera is that, believe it or not, I'm not using an SD card at all right now. I am recording with the internal storage of this camera because it is actually very capable, and it's going to give me over an hour of record time without an SD card. How crazy is that? The first time in my life where I've shot without an SD card, because me being me, I did not have an SD card on me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy one. And then I checked, I was like, I know the Action 5 has internal storage, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this one does. And this internal storage was actually way better than I expected, and I was like, well, I can just use that for this shoot. Insane battery life, really great internal storage, top-notch quality. Like I was saying, I feel like all the 360 cameras back then, they're okay. You know, you can use the footage, but it's not like wow. This is the first 360 camera that has wow footage, and that's what the market needed. Like I was saying, DJI already dominated. Sorry, it's been a while since I've ridden and I got a little excited. But yeah, like I was saying, DJI dominated the action camera market, and now they came to save the 360 market with the Osmo 360. This is live proof for you guys to see how capable and good this camera is. And since right now for this video we're mainly talking about the stats and how good this camera is, while showing you guys its capability of being an action camera, since it is light, it has an amazing battery life, internal storage in case you run out in your SD card, you know, extra safety. I still recommend using an SD card, but let's say, you know, you are using that and you run out, it's good to have extra internal storage. And the quality on this camera doesn't stop. By the way, D-Log 10-bit. I want to show you guys how capable this camera is, but I am recording in 10-bit D-Log, and that is because I like to, you know, have the flexibility of coloring my footage however I like, even though I'm not best at color grading, and therefore most of my footage actually look pretty similar and the same, but still I feel like it, you know, you can adjust it more and you have more flexibility, and I like that. So that's why I always record in D-Log. But yeah, most of my settings are pretty standard at the moment. This is not the only video we're filming with the Osmo 360. We're also going to be comparing it to the other leading competitor. in the 360 market, and that is coming soon. So make sure you drop a like and subscribe so you guys can check the comparison, because it's going to be a live comparison. We're going to be using both cameras and you guys will see for yourself. MV Agusta, Los Angeles. Film a few fun motorcycles, show you guys how capable this camera is in low light performance. So we're going inside, not changing any settings, and just recording some beautiful, awesome bikes. Let's see how good the battery life is doing. Beautiful. This is insane, actually. If you guys can't see that, it says, is that 78 or 87? I think that's a 78, but this is insane. Oh, okay. Okay. New gen of riders. Victor! How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Awesome, awesome. Nice seeing you as always. How are you doing? Awesome. Beautiful. This is the Matrix, right? At least with the Matrix is based stuff, but look at all these beautiful bikes. This is the first gen Rush, if I'm correct. A lot of beautiful bikes. Mikey, how are you doing? Awesome, awesome. But as you guys see, this is a low light, very aesthetic lit environment, and you can see this camera. I'm already confident in it that it's capturing beautiful, beautiful shots. Look at that F3 fitted with a beautiful SC Project exhaust. I really like this Italian beautiful colorway with the kind of like that champagne gold. Absolutely gorgeous. Give you guys a little beautiful tour just to show you how this camera performs in low light quality, and what better place to come to than the headquarters MV Agusta dealership. We are going to do a little switcheroo. We're going to be mounting this awesome camera onto that invisible selfie stick, just like so, and we're going to be capturing some third-person video game stat, and we're going to be going to Santa Monica Pier. I feel like, you know, that's one of the most iconic places, and it would be really sick to capture that 360 so we miss absolutely nothing. That 1000 is looking beautiful, glistening in the sun. Switch to the 360 cam. We are currently back on the Osmo Action 5, but we're also recording on the Osmo 360. All right, how are we gonna do this? There we go. Do not want to karate chop the camera. All right, we gotta be a little closer on the left side just because the camera is slightly to the right of me, making sure that we don't lose the camera. We are rolling on the Action 5 as well. Now the Action 5 is gonna look a little different because we are using an ND filter, and that's why I didn't mess with the colors, because I do not have an ND filter on this thing. The beautiful thing about this is that this is gonna look like a straight scene from GTA, because we're here in Santa Monica and we have he wanted a rev. We are recording with a lav mic, which is, you know, just standard, but you could also connect the beautiful Osmo 360 directly to your DJI wireless mics, and yes, it can take up to 2 connections at the same time. I'm so excited to even just look at this footage. It must look amazing right now in third person in LA. I feel like I couldn't have picked a better location and one of the best bikes ever to do this on. The famous Santa Monica Pier. The scenery here is honestly just unmatched. All of a sudden you went from like a total city to beautiful, I don't know, like exotic tropical place. Beach on your left, the mountains in front of you, beautiful weather. That's California, baby. Like I was saying, we are recording in 8K 50 frames per second, so it's actually absolutely insane how good the quality is on this camera. Yeah, I would like it better if I mounted it to my chest and my back, which I actually can do that. They provide you with a chest mount, but I would need an adapter to attach the pole to it, which I did not have. So maybe next time for the comparison video, I'll find me that adapter, I'll buy that, and then I will attach it to the cop. And I'll attach it to my back, and therefore it'll be directly behind me. So far, switching back and forth using the two cameras back to back, I definitely noticed a little difference in weight. The Action 5 is still lighter, it's still more compact, but if you want a camera that's a little more versatile, like this Osmo 360, then you could definitely pick one of those up, because you can motovlog with it, like I've said, and you can use it for all type of other different cinematic shots, and you just have as much flexibility as you can get with one camera and save yourself a lot of money. Or if you're a very serious content creator, then you can do both and have the ultimate perfect setup. You can have the ultimate solution. Okay, we are gonna go right here so we can switch, and I'm gonna put the 360 camera on his helmet, mount it there. Okay, there you have it. Now we are done with this, so just make sure it's good. Yep, let's do it. And now we'll get to ride back. There we go, there we go. We had to get the crisp fist bump. Thank you, thank you. Have a good one. And just like that, the first review of this video is over. Make sure you guys go click the link down description below. Go get yourself the Osmo 360. You will not be disappointed, as you guys saw for yourselves how awesome this camera is. Drop a like, subscribe. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out and ride safe.